Now we're going to talk about striking. You're going to notice that we saved the striking for the last two stripes of the syllabus. Because really, if you have good feet, if you have good blocks, we hope that you should never have to get to this point of striking. The thing is, the sad reality of it though, is there's going to be a time where you're going to need to use this. So we start with our punches, and the first thing about our punches, I wanted to show you how to make a fist. So I'm going to come in a little bit closer and have you look at this right here. You're going to notice when my palm is open, I've got these lines right across my palm. I'm trying to make my fist as tight as possible, like a rock. So what I'm going to do is start with my little finger. I'm going to curl it in. I say I'm going to be nice. I'm going to do that with my other finger. I'm going to be nice. Then my other finger, I'm going to be nice. See how they're curling up right there? I'm going to be nice until I'm not going to be nice. And you'll see how that thumb closes down right across the first two fingers. So we'll talk about that. I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be nice until I'm not going to be nice. That doesn't mean that he gets to call you 5 names and then you get to punch him. This is I've ran out of options. I can use both hands. I want to try to use my words. I want to try to get away. I want to use my blocks, use my feet, anything to avoid the fight. I don't want to have to be boxing this guy if I don't have to. Again, protect the pretty. The best way you're going to be able to do that is avoiding the fight. However, if I'm in that position where I'm backed against the wall, I have no way to get away, I want to be able to make these fists really quick. So I'm going to be talking about when I do this punch, I'm not hitting with my entire fist. I'm actually only striking with these first 2 knuckles. You'll see from the side that my arm is flat. My wrist doesn't want to bend one way or the other because then there's going to be a broken wrist. So you'll see there's this nice straight line from my first 2 knuckles that goes right up to my shoulder. Elbows aren't going to be locked out. They're going to be just a little bit bent. So all that means that the strength that I get from my legs and my core is going to be transferred all the way out my arm into the end of this punch. So with that, we'll get started with some punching training. So as we get into our punches, our first punches are going to be pretty basic. We're going to do these again from our horse stance. We like to make this point, I'm not really going to fight somebody from this stance. There's going to be some situations where I might actually punch someone from here. But main thing is training. I'm making my legs strong, so my knees have to be bent. My hands are going to start right underneath my armpits. So single punch is going to be coming from my armpit straight out to my chest. It's a middle section punch. So hopefully you can see this, how my first 2 knuckles line up with the middle of my chest. I'm going to do this with my other hand. Here! I key up with that punch. Key up. Here! And then one more time. Here! Now the one thing you're going to notice as I'm doing this punch is I'm sinking into my stance. If I turn sideways and I'm just sitting in a horse stance and I try to punch somebody straight, all that momentum is going to push me off balance backwards. So when I'm blocking, when I'm punching, I want to change this direction to downward direction into my legs. That way I don't get knocked off balance and I still have plenty of power out to my hands. So you'll see when I punch, hit from the side, nice and straight, and I'm sinking into that stance each time with that punch. So we'll come back to Chimbi. We'll find a horse stance. Now we're going to do double punch. Is the same thing, but every time I punch, it's going to be twice. So when I count, you're going to on the first punch, here on the second punch. So we're going to do 5 of these. Ready? 1, here, 2, here, 3, here, 4, here, 5, here. Back to Chimbi. Shake those legs out. I don't know if they're getting tired yet, but we're going to go back to that horse stance. Last one is going to be triple punch. It's a little bit different. I'm going to be going middle, and then high section is going to line up with my nose. I want those first 2 knuckles line up with my nose. From the side, you're going to notice a slight upward angle to my arm instead of flat like it was before. So we're going to do 5 of these. Follow along. Ready? 1, here, 2, here, 3, here, So our next level of punching is going to be from our fighting stance. It's going to be coming from a walking stance. So I have one foot forward, and when I put my hands up, that's also going to put one hand forward. So you'll notice I have a front foot and a front hand. So our three punches from here are a front punch. My backhand is called a reverse punch. If I step forward and punch and then retreat, that's called a forward punch. I'm stepping forward and punching. So those three punches are front punch, reverse punch, forward punch. Let's explore these a little bit more. From your walking stance, get your hands up. We're going to start with this front punch. So figure out which hand's your front hand, which hand's your front foot. When I throw this front punch, I want to turn my hip, I want to turn my shoulder, and that's going to make my hand go forward. I want to avoid pulling that hand away before I punch. It's going to telegraph, it's going to tell my opponent I'm punching, and it's going to make it a lot slower. So if I'm just right from here, I turn my hip and I turn my shoulder, and there's that front punch. It comes straight out and straight back again. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? 1, hit. Key up on those punches. 2, hit. 3, hit. 4, hit. 5, hit. The opposite of front punch is going to be reverse punch. It's going to be done the same way. I'm going to take that back hip, I'm going to push it forward, my shoulder's going to come forward with it. When the shoulder comes forward, that's when the punch is going to come out, straight out and straight back. Again, I want to avoid reaching back and making a big movement because it's going to make it slow and it's going to be easier to dodge. So with your hands up, we're just going to do 5 reverse punches. I'm going to push forward, key up, 1, 2, hit, 3, hit, 4, hit, 5, hit. Now the forward punch. I'm going to take my back foot and step forward. When that happens, it automatically brings that hip forward. When that hip comes forward, that shoulder's attached to it, the punch comes out at the very end. So when I'm in my walking stance, my hands are up, I'm going to step forward, I'm going to bend that front knee, and I'm going to punch. And then back again. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? 1, hit. 2, hit. 3, hit. 4, hit. 5, hit. And then back to Chumbi. So we're going to do this with the opposite foot now. From your ready stance, go ahead and step forward with the other foot. Remember which one is your front punch, which one is your reverse punch, and which one is your forward punch. We're going to do 5 of each of these. Let's start with that front punch. Remember, my hip and my shoulder are going to lead that punch out. Ready? 1, hit. 2, hit. 3, hit. 4, hit. 5, hit. Now the reverse punch. Ready? 1, hit. 2, hit. 3, hit. 4, hit. 5, hit. Now the forward punch. 1, hit. 2, hit. 3, hit. 4, hit. 5, hit. And then back to Chumbi.